Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. I've got another order to fulfill. I'm going to do that today, and she wants the hand mold made. This is a huge one. And remember the other day when I was testing my blue and my green on this little guy to see if I could get a blue and green to sparkle? And this is what worked with the mica powders. Well, it was for this particular order. She wants the sphere mold filled with blue and green as if it's the world, and she wants it placed in the hands, and she wants the hands kind of the color of my skin tone. So I'm like, there's a million skin tones in this world, so I had to ask her what color. So she sent me basically a picture of her arm, which is, I'm a little bit tanner than she is, but we're gonna try our best to get that tone. So I have to still measure this one. This one holds about 16 ounces. I'm gonna have to mix up a little more because generally my water ratios are being off lately. So I'm going to mix my two colors, wheat and white. I actually made pigment paste out of this, which is what I'm going to go get. That way I don't have to use my whole entire thing of wheat, because that's all I have left. So if you make pigment paste, it will go farther. I just did a video on this. This is the video number if you want to learn how to make pigment paste. So let me get some resin mixed up, and I'm going to be using my casting resin because I feel like I can pour that the deepest without a flash cure I have. So I'm going to try it today. Hopefully it doesn't happen. All right, let me get that done. I'll be right back. All right, it's all mixed up. If you guys are worried about a flash cure, you should put like some ceiling. I have my ceiling fan on high in here, or put some like little fans to keep it cool. Try to keep it cool from getting too hot too quick, I guess is what I'm saying. So that's one thing. But I've never really had a problem, and I keep my ceiling fan on all the time, especially because my dogs like live in this room, so I always have it on for them. I'm gonna just mix my wheat pigment paste that I made, and I'm going to lighten it up with some of my white mica powder, because this is a little too peachy. Here's my skin. Little too peachy. Hopefully this works. Or you can use like a drip of pigment paste like the Ocean White or Casting Craft, but this is the best that I have for my skin tone in my house. I don't know if any of you have any other options. Let's see, what's it look like? It's still a little, let me try a little pigment paste. Let's try just a little bit. I can always add more of the wheat color. That lightened it up some. What do we think? Oh, that's getting closer. I think that white helped a lot. Just make sure you mix that really, really, really well, the pigment paste, or it will settle on the outside of your mold and it will never cure. So I'm just going to mix this up for a few minutes, grab my mold, and then we'll pour. Sorry about that, guys. My finger didn't hit the button. I didn't realize till it was already poured and turned off. I thought I was turning the camera off. Instead, I was turning it on. So I didn't mix enough, so I'm going to show you how I did it. So I mixed a few colors together to get that color. So this is the pigment paste that I made in wheat color. And since I need to mix up more, I figured I will come back and show you how I got to that color. So I don't need nearly as much. I didn't use much, but I don't need as much since that was 16 ounces. I mixed up another 4 ounces. And it was just a little too peachy for me. So what I did was I added white mica powder and ocean white pigment paste. But this now doesn't look much off, so I'm just going to add a little bit, little mica, and a tiny squirt of white pigment paste. And that's how I lightened it up from peach to the color that you see right there. I don't know what is wrong. I got these new gloves, which I absolutely love, but they are thicker than my other ones, so maybe it's not engaging my finger correctly. I don't know. I'm sorry. I've done that a couple times in the past week. So since, yeah, those look pretty darn close. Just make sure anytime you add pigment paste of any kind, you mix it really good, or it's going to sink to the bottom and not cure on your final piece. So let me just move this back over. I sprayed it with alcohol. I got alcohol in all those fingers. I poured it halfway. I squished all those fingers, and then I poured the rest of it. So now it's a good thing it's still wet because this can combine together and make the right color. It's a little different, but it'll be okay. It'll all merge. So this takes 20 ounces, not 16. I'm gonna take every last drop of that 20. All right, now I'm gonna go measure the sphere mold, see how much we need to mix up for that. That one I'm gonna let get hot before pouring because I don't want those colors merging together. That's the only thing I'm worried about. I want definite green and definite blue. All right, that took every last drip of 20 ounces. All right, I mixed up 8 ounces because I don't want this lip poured on this sphere. So 8 ounces come to the inside of that. And this is the same resin, my casting resin. It's been sitting for about 30 minutes. I'm trying to get it really warm before I dump it. So now I think I'm gonna split it, mix it, and then put it in my vacuum chamber just to give me a few extra minutes to work with it. Let me grab a stick. So I think I want more of the blue than I want of the green because there is more water on Earth than there is grass. So I'm just gonna mix the colors, take my time. Like I said, I want this really sticky so it doesn't merge together after I pour it in there. And I do want to put crushed crystal in both of them. Not a whole lot, but enough to see it. Let me do some in there. And let me get another stick. Whether it works in the vacuum chamber this hot, I don't know. Probably, maybe. It doesn't hurt it to try. It's definitely warm in my hands. But now that I've split it up into two, it's gonna slow down the curing process. So I'm pretty sure I have time to do this. I'm gonna put a little more crushed crystal in. Maybe a little bit more crushed crystal. I guess it needs more than I thought. We're gonna do a little good scoop in both of them now. I know she wants it to sparkle, which is why we really wanted to go with alcohol ink, but that was just not going to happen. All right, that should be good. Let me get the blue mixed up. set that aside. Everything that I'm using is linked in the description. I could feel the heat off the hands coming up. But it's definitely not flash curing. You would know if it flash cures. It would start bubbling and smoking and like instantly cure in like less than a minute. I've had it happen in a cup before, but that's not happening to this. In fact, if you touch it, it's still like wiggly and jiggly. So that is a good sign that it's not going to do that. And it can be dangerous, so be very careful if you're new. Don't keep your resin mixed up in a deep container longer than you need to. All right, I'm gonna just throw these through the vacuum chamber and then we will pour them. All right, they are at like 46 degrees Celsius. Oh, let me spray some alcohol down in there. And hopefully this works. I'm going to try to do this. I don't know how to explain it. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate. Let me just switch hands now and do the same thing. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's not enough. What is going on with my water measurements? Maybe I just need to scrape. That part is sitting down in the hand, so it's not going to be too terribly wrong. So I'm just going to leave it, see what happens. If I have to re-pour it, I will, but I think it will be fine. That's going to be glued down to the hand, so I just know that this is going to cure faster if I mixed any more up, so I'm not going to mess with it. I think it's going to be perfect. All right, see you on demold. Well, my friends, they are cured. They're ready to come out. Let's get the hands out first and see what we got. She didn't say she wanted anything done to anything, so I will check with her once I have it put together and see if she wants any embellishments. If not, you will just get some pictures at the end. Hopefully, I don't have to redo anything. All right, are you ready to see the hands? Oh, those look nice. They look really, really good. I wonder if she wants the nails painted or something. I could do that. All right, let's hope and pray. I have no idea if this even fits in the hands. I've never made a sphere, let alone unmolded one, so I don't know if there's a trick to this. I should probably spray it. Maybe I will. Get some alcohol in there around it. Oh, that's much better. Maybe it'll pop right out. Sorry, can't do it under the camera. Okay, got it. Oh, that looks pretty. I mean, it's not gonna be anything like the earth, but it's blue and it's green. And let's see if it fit. It does fit. That looks so cool. she had a really good idea. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna send her a picture like this, see if she wants anything done to it before I secure this in place forever. And if not, I will get you some final pictures. Let me know what you think about this idea. What would you do to this, if anything, or is it perfect just the way it is? All right, guys, unless I see you again, you guys have a blessed day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Now I'm finally done. So as you saw, we made a few changes. She was right. She said they looked a little pale, otherwise she was happy. So I took some brown acrylic paint and I just dry brushed some creases in there, hoping it didn't look dirty. And then I took red acrylic paint and did the nails, which were way too red. So I pulled all that off with alcohol, and I'm like, I have like 100 colors because I used to do my own nails. So I went into my stash and I grabbed this color, which is much softer. I'm like, why wouldn't I have used a real nail polish? So I took it all off, redid it with real nail polish, and then put the shine on it as if I was doing nails. So I think that is a much nicer outcome. What do you guys think? I glued it in with E6000, let it sit overnight. I also took a little bit of UV resin. This is kind of heavy, so I'm hoping, once it's in place, it shouldn't move, but I'm hoping it doesn't come out because this is quite heavy for the three areas that I was able to glue. But now that's the end. I will get you some final pictures. I hope I gave you some inspiration to try something with that hand mold. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow. You guys all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.